That willpower that I have created, it makes me do it every fucking day. And that's what they don't get. What builds a human being is you start with the small building blocks. And before you know it, man, you become something that it doesn't even make sense to most people because it's just who you are now. That's why I can still run at 50 at 49 with broke down knees and broke down body, because my body knows you still can.
Which was quite smart. And this was years ago, before I even knew it. I carried on training. Now this seems like common sense, right? So my big goal was to build a body that I'm proud of, that I really like. I built it. And then I could have just stopped after that. I could have just, yep, I've built it, and now I'm not going to train anymore. Now that sounds stupid, doesn't it? But when you understand that, like, I completed the layer, and now
what I'm good at, right? What I appreciate. Fourth step, with the people that you're really close to, be okay with asking, what do I need to work on? And work on that. That will build self-worth. Self-worth isn't just about pumping yourself up. It's about noticing what's letting people down and building it, growing it, and working on that. Not to become a people pleaser or to make it up to them, to say, look, I've changed now, but to say, oh, I've...
Remember why you started this journey of self-improvement and discipline, who you're doing it for, because it's not just for yourself. Level 1 thinking is like, yeah, it's myself, I want to, build more muscle and I want to make more money. Usually, the internal desire that we have is actually for other people. And so if you just close your eyes one last time with me, and you do think of like the point.
I'm trying to build people up. I'm trying to armor their mind. I'm trying to get them the belief, because this world we live in is tough. It will beat you down. The world and the life that we live in is the ultimate competitor. It will try to take you out. It will find your weakness and it will just hammer you. If I can help you build belief, build confidence to the point where nothing can hurt you because you know exactly who you are.
David Goggins, welcome to the show.
Hey man, I appreciate
people who are achieving something, because we're the ones that really, and I should just speak for myself, we're the ones that really think we're above that. We've worked on that. That's not an issue for us, so we don't have to think about it anymore. And yet we're probably the people that feel it's some of the strongest because we're just one rung closer on the ladder. That brass ring is just right within reach for a lot of us.
Well, leaders,
especially if you're feeling like you're quite new to self-improvement, you're watching my videos and you want to start exercising, building the body, you want to improve your mental health, you want to make some money and everything. If you're a teenager and you're trying to do these things, bro, you're so far ahead of me. Like I'm literally a year and a half into this. I'm 24 years old. I started this when I was about 22. Yeah, I started this when I was about like 22, 23 years old. And look at how much my life has changed because of this.
And through that, building Goggins, I will become Goggins when necessary. And I started to do these things on my own. I had my own training ground. I built a training ground. I wasn't Navy SEALs. If you go to Navy SEAL training not prepared, you're going to quit. So I built this training ground on my own. And I started doing these.
In this chapter is building an exercise mentality, a thought process that leads to a lifetime of exercise. Because once you start making progress, you start making muscle, you never want to quit, you never want to lose that muscle. This exercise mentality is priceless. So how do you build one? It's built up over time. And so the biggest, most important factor is consistency.
think of it like you're literally building something with your hands. It has to have a foundation. It has to be on something solid. It has to stand up. It has to look, reasonably symmetrical, etc. So you're actually like a craftsman, okay? So use that kind of mindset, because it's a very powerful, very human mindset, because we are natural builders. That's what makes us kind of human and powerful.
Sorry, this person was built. I made this person. I made this person by diving into the insecurities that life gave me. Because now they're yours. They're yours to own. If you're not smart, call yourself dumb. It's okay, because you are. But take that now as you're putting yourself down. If you're fat, call yourself fat. I used to be 300 pounds. We want to talk so soft to ourselves. Look,
that's not a construction I use. So it benevolently hijacks the whole thought process.
Instantly. You ask me how I feel about myself, I'll show you a list of everything that needs improvement.
Yeah.
And I'm wired to constantly be self-improving, and I'm sure you are too. how do I feel toward myself? I'm like, oh man, you're tired. Like, you've got this chest cold you've had for 7 weeks. You're finishing this project.
To keep building. But this is the beauty. You're learning today from someone who's actually done this journey. Because at the time when I was looking at like self-improvement advice and how to like stop playing video games and everything, and everyone's telling me like, oh, like just if you want to play 1 hour a day, that you go ahead, like this, and I was just thinking like, I can't.
You start to create a whole bunch of people that aren't even yourself. You never figure out who you are. You never live up to your dreams, your ambition. You live up to what whoever is around you that you like so much, that you want to emulate and be like so much. You live their dreams. You lose your power. The ultimate power is owning yourself. Every day you fight, not wanting to get up. And even the toughest and hardest people in the world don't have any idea what you're trying to do, and that's okay. You must always look to be uncommon amongst the uncommon. I know for a fact you're going to die alone with your thoughts. Either you were a bitch or you man or woman to fuck up every single opportunity. If you want to make yourself better, about when you build willpower, and think about how much I've built. Now that you know about this, I didn't know about this, but think about how much I've built. Everything I've ever done in my life, I didn't want to do. Everything, every day. I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I'm one of the hardest working people that ever stepped foot on this planet Earth. And I'm saying that very proudly because I know what You have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, be the baddest motherfucker in the world, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better. Suffer, and I mean suffer. Your brain and your body, once connected together, can do anything. I'm trying to build people up. I'm trying to armor their mind. I'm trying to get them the belief, because this world we live in is tough. It's tough. It will beat you down. The world and the life that we live in is the ultimate competitor. It will try to take you out. It will find your weakness and it will just hammer you. So if I can help you, and I always equated working out to struggle. And I struggled my whole life, but I ran from it. So I started realizing, man, I got to start facing the struggle, and I got to be mentally strong for the struggle. So that's why I started coming up with I'm training for life. Mentally, I'm training for life. I'm not training for to lift 400 pounds. And I found out on my own pretty much. I can still do something. That willpower that I have created, it makes me do it every fucking day. And that's what they don't get. What builds a human being is you start with the small building blocks. And before you know it, man, you become something that it doesn't even make sense to most people, because it's just who you are now. That's why I can still run at 50 at 49 with broke down knees and broke down.
I'm not dreading Monday morning. Yeah. May want to sleep in, but I'm building something here. I'm in construction.
You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine.
It's like, if you want to have everything you could possibly want and more, then be a good person. The better a person you are,